Okay, it's a little after 1 o'clock, and we are going to get started with Alpha Lambda Delta's National Conference. Welcome. Good afternoon, everyone, and for some, it is morning. Welcome to Alpha Lambda Delta's National Leadership Conference. As we begin our conference, I would like to express a land acknowledgement for the national office location of Western New York and encourage you to think about your own towns and cities and lands where you are right now. For those who might not be familiar, a land acknowledgement is a formal statement that recognizes and respects Indigenous peoples as traditional stewards of this land and the enduring relationship that exists between Indigenous peoples and their traditional territories. It's to recognize the land as an expression of gratitude and appreciation to those whose territory you reside on, and a way of honoring those who have been living and working on the land from time immemorial. So related to our mission of supporting and fostering academic achievement and our quest to be an inclusive society, Alpha Lambda Delta, whose national headquarters is in Western New York, would like to acknowledge the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee and by honoring the sovereignty of the Six Nations, the Mohawk, Cayuga, Onondaga, Oneida, Seneca, and Tuscarora, and the land which we are situated and where the majority of our work takes place. In this acknowledgement, we hope to demonstrate respect for the treaties that were made on these territories. Participants in this conference are asked to think of Indigenous people who continue to or once walked the lands upon which you currently live and study. So welcome again. My name is Eileen Merberg, and I am the Executive Director of Alpha Lambda Delta. I'm going to ask Trish to say hello. She is behind the scenes. Trish, are you there?
I am. Hi there, I'm Trish, Director of Communication at Alpha Lambda Delta, and here to support our members and our chapters.
Thank you. So a lot of you will know her name and certainly got a lot of emails, I hope, from the last couple of weeks. And really, you'll hear from us a lot through email. So as you know, we are focusing this conference on chapter leadership, chapter development, chapter management. And it is geared towards advisors and chapter officers or students. If you're here and you're not a chapter officer, welcome, you're very welcome. Maybe you're thinking about an officer position, and that's great too. As some of you know, we do normally meet in person every year in October. This year was going to be Tampa, Florida. And at those conferences, when we do meet in person, we do typically offer a lot of content related to leadership, skill development, career development, personal development. But because we're offering that in some other ways this year through our chapter career conversations and our ALD Lead certified program, we're going to focus our conference today and tomorrow on chapter excellence, chapter operations. So we hope you enjoy it and that you get something out of it and that it helps you in your chapter on your campuses. Just a couple housekeeping pieces of information for how the conference is going to go today and tomorrow. Obviously, we're using Zoom meetings, and so that means there is an opportunity for you to turn your cameras on and your mics on. We do ask that you stay muted and your cameras off during presentations, but please feel free when the presenter asks for Q&A or any sort of feedback or wants a discussion that you feel free to participate.
While Eileen and Trish are trying to work this out, this might be a good time to introduce the people who are on the National Council. We're not in the office, but we're actually behind the scenes helping to overview. So I'm Sharon Emerson Donnell, and I'm the National President. And then Anthony and Deborah, y'all are vice presidents. Either one of y'all want to step in and introduce yourself as well?
Hi, everyone. My name is Anthony Helms. I'm the chapter advisor for Western Michigan University and proudly serving as the vice president for chapter relations and expansion on the National Council. So look forward to seeing and connecting with everybody later today. My chapter president and I will be presenting later on chapter visibility. And thank you very much, Sharon, for letting me introduce myself real quick.
Deborah, you're muted.
Muted. There we go. I'm Deborah Manzanares from Baylor University. I'm the advisor here, and I've been the advisor since 2006. And I'm also vice president for finance and long-range planning on the National Council. And I also will be presenting later with Lisa Ruck on tips for a terrific transition between one officer group to the next. And I'm very excited to be here today. And so far I have learned a lot of new things, which I think is wonderful.
Okay, and we also have members at large. If each of you would sign on if you're actually here.
Hello, I'm Travis Martin. I'm one of the professional members at large. I'm at Eastern Kentucky University, a chapter advisor. Had a great time. This is a real great group of people, and they are definitely invested in the students and making sure that they are supported from first year to career, as they say. So happy to be here.
Hello, everyone. I'm Carlia Brunell Joyner. I'm from St. Anselm College and professional member at large. I'll be presenting today later with a couple of our students on academic engagement programs virtually. I'm glad you're all here. Like Deborah, I already have learned some new things this morning, so I hope you take a lot out of it. Welcome.
Yes.
Hey everyone, I'm Bob Fisk. I go to the University of Connecticut, and I'm one of 2 student members at large on the National Council. I will be presenting later with Bradley about social events, but also last year when I went to the national conference, I met a lot of sophomores there. So I realized many of you are probably sophomores, and there's a opportunity each year for a sophomore to become the next student member at large. So if you have any questions about what I do, or if you want to become one, you can contact me or Danielle if she's in here for more information on that.
Hello, everybody. I am Bradley. I'm actually on the phone right now, but I'll be joining with the video a little bit later. So I am also a professional member at large, and I am a co-advisor at High Point University in High Point, North Carolina. And it is certainly a pleasure to be with you all on this virtual conference. As Bob just said, that I'm going to be joining him and presenting on social events. And we're going to really focus on 2 things: in-person social events as well as virtual social events. So certainly check it out, but it is a pleasure to be with you all today. And the conference is going to be awesome. So get ready.
We want to have incentives for engagement. So we have lined up a bunch of prizes. We have a new Starbucks account. We're going to be issuing gift cards, a lot of them throughout the conference and after the conference for your engagement in the conference. And then I don't know if you can see that it's a little grayish, but we're creating a new mask just for the conference, just for conference participants, with our logo in the corner with some books. And so we're going to be giving those away and a lot of Starbucks gift cards. I'm going to show you a few stats about our conference this weekend and see if you can guess some numbers. So I'm going to share 4 numbers and you can guess. I'm going to show one number at a time, and you tell me what you think that number represents, and you can type in chat what you think that number represents. What would 336 be? Any guesses? Registered attendees, you are correct. Good job. It all scrolled up too far, so whoever got that first gets a Starbucks gift card. So 336 advisors and students have registered for our conference. We're thrilled with that number, and we hope all 336 can get in. That's more than twice what we normally get for our in-person conferences. We were talking earlier, the President Sharon, we talked about how this has opened up opportunities for us to be doing things that more people in Alpha Lambda Delta can partake in, because we're not in person. We will still do in-person conferences, but we're thrilled that so many more can be involved. Okay, 64, what's that? Advisors, someone said advisors. You are correct. Whoever said that first, and we'll have it recorded in chat. 64 advisors, welcome, welcome. We spent all morning with advisors, and that was great to spend some time with them, and we hope that advisors can attend any of the sessions throughout the afternoon as well. 83 chapters it is, whoever got that, I think quite a few. So it's 83 chapters, which is also a lot more than we've had at our in-person conferences. I think we typically get, Trish, maybe 60 or so, around 60. So we've got more chapters. So welcome, welcome. That's great. And then the last number, states, whoever said states first. Caroline, I think whoever you are, I think you got a couple right. So 30 states are represented, also more than we normally get in person for our conferences. And then let me just point out, which I announced at our session with advisors this morning, not only 30 states represented, but we do have our first international chapter, which is going to be chartered in the spring of 2021, American University of Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates. So welcome to them. And we're hoping for even more international chapters to come. And then speaking of newest chapters, I just want to give a shout out and a welcome to Cal State Monterey Bay. They are our newest chapter installed. Last year, we did have more planned to be installed, but because of the pandemic, we weren't able to get all of them installed, but we did get one in, so welcome. Not only Cal State Monterey Bay, but their advisor is also on the National Council now, which you just met. And so we do have a number of new chapters. I just want to announce and welcome to our newest chapters. You'll see American University. This isn't the funnest slide because I just put the list there, but we have a number of new chapters. You'll see the dates that they're going to be installed in the fall, some in the spring of 2021, but a very warm welcome. Many of them are here today, spending time with us, students and advisors. So welcome to all our new chapters. We are thrilled to have you here. Thrilled that you are joining the Alpha Lambda Delta family. We met the National Council, so I'm going to skip over that part. Thank you for Sharon for saving me there. And they do great work supporting the organization. And every year there are positions on the National Council, so give some thought to that as student positions and faculty staff, professional member at large positions. So consider applying for that someday. The schedule, I won't spend a whole lot of time on. You got that in a PDF emailed to you last night. So follow along. We're going to try and stay on time, on task. Again, you are welcome to come in and out of sessions. We were going to put you all in a waiting room, but there's just too many. We can't do that all at once in Zoom. We have to do it individually. So we're just going to mute ourselves from the national office and take a break, a 5-minute break in between. It means though that you might see a little activity with our next presenters getting ready, but you can just stay muted until we're ready to start the session. And again, I am going to have you sign in to each session. That's going to record your attendance, again, towards prizes. And I might throw in a little creative question for you to answer, like what's your favorite color? So be ready for that. Just real quickly, I mentioned in the land acknowledgement that we are in, we're the national headquarters. We're located in upstate New York and the Rochester, New York area, right between Lake Ontario and sort of in Lake Erie. And that means we get a lot of snow sometimes. But this is a beautiful picture of right around now. And so upstate New York is beautiful in the fall. So that's where the national office is located. This is your next opportunity to engage with us. We are really hoping that you are able to follow us on social media. I mentioned this at the advisor session, and I just think it's really important. You're all, most of you are officers of organizations, and you're talking about Alpha Lambda Delta on your campuses and hopefully sort of selling it in a way if students are invited and they ask you about joining. And I think it's really important that we show that we have some following on social media, as maybe you did when you were invited. If you had never heard of Alpha Lambda Delta, you probably looked us up. You probably Googled or went to our website, or maybe you went to a social media platform. And if you see the Alpha Lambda Delta national site, and we had 2 followers and no posts and no likes on our posts, that might not seem as legit as a more engaged honor society. So we do have a fair number of followers, a really good, healthy number, but we'd love to have more. And so if you are currently not following us on our social media platforms, this is going to be an opportunity for more points that we are hoping that you'd be able to follow us. And all of our handle for all of our platforms is @NationalALD. In fact, if so, we can sort of keep track if in the next half hour or so, if some of you go and start following us, and in particular, if you like some of our posts, particularly on Instagram, we'll be able to see that.